Hi, I'm Jeremy Stodzik. I am the operations lead for Arkon Off-Road. My role in the company is I basically make sure Arkon is successful. I work with our fulfillment team to make sure we are getting your orders out there. I work with our ordering team to make sure we got inventory coming in. I work with sponsorships. I work on getting wheels out. So as we all know, 2021 was a heck of a year. There was a lot going on. There were shipping delays. There was a big old boat stuck in a canal. So with that became a higher demand. There was a shortage of chassis going out there, shortage of trucks, shortage of trains, trying to get everything to where it needed to go. And with that came an increase in pricing along those lines.
We were starting to see the delays, but not as crazy. We got the truck done, we were able to go to LTN. There was a couple delays. But our recent giveaway truck that we're currently about to give away in a couple weeks, we saw a ton of back-ordered parts. We saw a ton of wait times. It got to the point where it was even hard to make like build series videos for YouTube because you couldn't plan it. There's no way to know. It sucked and it created a lot of frustrations, especially banker. You know, in our build series, you could see just the devastation from delays and everything going on, and it's become our today's norm.
So it really affected everything. We went from, you know, order everything, it'll be in 3 weeks, we'll get you in 2 weeks after, to order everything now, it'll be in 3 months, and we'll see where the schedule is now. So on average, our schedule went from 3 to 4 weeks ahead to 3 to 4 months. Just, it compounded everything, pushed us back, waiting on product, and then everybody's product comes in at once. Well, you can't build everything at once. So it's really hit us hard that way. What really kicks us is the custom stuff. So like building trucks for SEMA, you know, we had it all planned out to where we could start in February, April at the latest, and it ended up being like July before we could get any product in, even remotely start on the truck. So that really kicked everything back big time, just waiting on parts.
As we walked through the end of 2020 into 2021, when we thought that the world was going to like go back to normal, it did kind of. The problem is that we had all this backlog from the mess that we had been through, and so suddenly freight was increased 150 to 200%, and getting lift kits was not 4 weeks, it was 12 weeks all of a sudden. And so it was just, it happened so fast, and it was so crazy how it even affected guys like us who were even in the industry. You know, we built my truck in March of 2021 here, and I waited 8.5 weeks for my lift kit. When I ordered it, they thought it was gonna be right out the door, and it just didn't happen to work that way as that transitional period came through. So it has been a really wild couple of months here.
For a person that's going into their next build for 2022, the biggest thing is don't be afraid of waiting. You know, obviously everyone's afraid of back orders and things that get delayed. Biggest thing coming out of the holiday season and everyone trying to get their stuff in, that should start to slow down as you go into springtime and roll into summer for next year. So our biggest hope is that the supply chain starts to balance itself out and we can get your guys' products sooner, and hopefully with that make everything a little more affordable for you guys going into 2022.
I'd say if you're planning on building something, you know, now in the next coming probably couple of years, take your time, plan it out, build what you want, because there's no more of this, I think I want this, build it, don't like it, go get it. You can't even get a new truck right now. Just start collecting everything as long as you can, and take the fact that, you know, this might be a 6-month build that, you know, you used to be able to do in 3 weeks.
I think my biggest tip for anyone who's about to build a truck, especially, you know, this year, next year, you know, the coming years as we continue to battle the industry and just China and metal and all the delays, is just be patient. I think when I built mine, I struggled with that. I struggled to be patient because everyone wants new presents. It's like Christmas all year long. That's why we all buy truck parts and build trucks. Sure, there's going to be delays. There is going to be, you know, things that are going to kind of set you back. But once again, I think I said it in other answers, just, you know, you're going to get your parts and you're going to be able to show off that rig once it does come in. It just takes a little bit of patience.
There's still shipping delays, and there's still price increases, and there's still all of that stuff that we talked about, right? But silver lining in all of this, though, is that, you know, being internal and being in the industry, seeing a lot of this coming, is that, you know, we saw the supply chain shortages come, and we just bought everything that we could get our hands on. You know, we wanted to make sure that we could still have product on hand to build trucks. And so I think it really comes back to, you know, if you're looking to build a truck here in 2022, is have a plan, be a little flexible with what you're looking for, and most importantly, know that as you pick those parts up, that your build is still gonna happen, right? At the end of the day, truck shows are still a real thing as we move forward here, and that is probably the most exciting thing for us is that life is going somewhat back to normal, and we're gonna be able to do all of the awesome things that we love to do.